Hey everybody, Mr. B here, and welcome to the Loft. I know it's been a minute, but I've got something you might be interested in today. We are going to do a spatchcock roasted chicken with some sweet potatoes and Brussels sprouts, so let's get that started. All right, so Tammy has had a nice rest overnight in the refrigerator, lowest rack of your refrigerator, for about 24 hours or so. But I'm going to take the opportunity, rewind us back to yesterday, and I'll show you how I spatchcocked her and seasoned her up and got her ready for her overnight sleep. Then we're going to move on, prepping some vegetables. We're going to get this cleaned up a little bit so it doesn't look as disgusting as it kind of does at the moment, but it's going to be delicious. So. All right, guys, I'm going to show you how to spatchcock your bird. We've got about a 4.5 pound chicken. Here, we'll call her Tammy, all right? And, spatchcocking is basically another way to say butterflying, and it's a great method to roast or grill or smoke a chicken because you open it up and it's going to give it more surface area, which enables you to better season the bird, in my opinion. So you're going to need a good pair of kitchen shears and start with her little rear end facing towards you, neck away, and you're going to get down here and you are just going to cut this backbone out. Now it might take a little bit of muscle to get it done, okay? Put some, you put a little strength behind it if you need to. There we go, cool beans. All right, here we go. Save this because we're gonna be making some stock here shortly. Now, what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna kind of score down the breastbone here just to kind of get it maybe a little started right. One thing you could do is you could go ahead and take out these rib bones. Maybe I'll try to do that. If it becomes too much, then I may just say forget it. There you go. Just kind of let the knife guide you. There's one. And let's see if we can get the second one kind of started here. I'm gonna have to turn it as I am right-handed. So unfortunately, you may not be seeing this. That's okay. There we go. That's going to help us back. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to flip Tammy over. Before I do that, I'm going to pat her dry. Part of the whole process of this, because we're going to be doing a dry brine, we're going to talk about that in just a minute, is that you want very, very dry skin because that's how you're going to get the crispy, right? So let's just get it all nice and dry. Best we can. There we go. Now here, let me get us squared back this way. I'm just gonna find that breastbone here and I'm gonna crack it, right? And that's gonna help you layer flat. Thank you, Tammy. Beautiful. All right, now dry brine is my preferred method for poultry. So we're going to do this and it's going to go overnight. What I have here is equal parts salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and as well as, kind of your favorite, don't worry, I'll disinfect this, chicken seasoning of choice. And we are going to get in here. I always use a separate container for cross-contamination, which I've just cross-contaminated the container, right? Anyway, let's get this on Tammy real good over all of it. And let's get this too. Okay. Those wings real good. Up in the little armpits. Super yum. And we are going to flip Tammy back over. And we are going to do the same thing to the back side of this. Season big on your chicken. Okay, we're going to be adding some other stuff to this when we go to roast it off tomorrow. Perfect. Get her back over. What I will typically do here is make sure that I've got these, legs covered up real good. Bottom rack of the refrigerator for at least, as long as you can go. I'm going to go, a good close to 24 hours because I've got time to do it. We're going to get it in the fridge, and I will catch you back here tomorrow, guys. All right, so let me get the sheet pan that I am going to actually cook Tammy on started here. Before I go any further, I am going to set my oven convection setting to about 425 degrees. Here we go, and we are going to get that started so that it is ready for when I am ready for it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a compound butter, as I call it, sort of an herb butter for Tammy. It's going to go all over her. I've got some parsley here that I've had. I'm going to throw that in there. Yum, yum, yum. And we are going to crack up about 6 cloves of garlic, and we're going to put that in there. We're doing this while, Tammy is kind of coming out of the refrigerator. She's getting some of that chill off of her. People tend to worry about poultry and temperature and all of that, and trust me, pulling it out while you're doing the prep, letting it start to come up to room temperature is not going to hurt you. It's not going to place Tammy in the quote-unquote danger zone. We're not going to be, it's not 90 degrees in here, and she's not going to be sitting here on my counter for, hours and hours. Of course, at the rate that I'm cracking this garlic, she may very well. Oh, garlic is a necessity for all things, but it is one of my least favorite things to work with. I've tried every trick in the book. Nothing works. They're just doing it. Okie dokie, garlic into the butter. And we're just going to take your fork here and we're just going to mix all this together. I have let this butter come up to room temperature. Do yourself a favor, because otherwise this isn't going to work. Right, there you have it. There's your compound butter. All right, I am going to line my sheet tray. It just helps with the cleanup, guys. And we're going to get our sweet potato going. And now we're going to take care of our Brussels sprouts here. I washed these yesterday, so, don't come at me. And let me get a small thing to collect my ends on. And this is real simple. You just cut off the end, slice them down in half, throw them on your tray. Okay guys, we've got our veggies all situated. I know it looks like a shit ton of Brussels sprouts, but I'm kind of working on a roasted vegetable soup thing, and so I'm doing extra on purpose. Besides, they're delicious. Little bit of olive oil and some of that seasoning that we had from yesterday when we did Tammy. I'm just gonna give this layer a little bit of flavor as well. Okay, now what I'm going to do, remember the compound butter we had? Well, I'm gonna take that and just squish a little bit of lemon juice into that. You can see why in a second. And we're gonna take Tammy, including the neck, because I am gonna be making some stock. I want it roasted, and those little ribbies. And let's get Tammy situated here. But what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to get my fingers up under the skin and try to, here in the breast area, maybe some of the leg and thigh as well. Because we are gonna take this delicious butterness, okay? Right? And get this all up under and smeared around, all that garlic, butter, the yum. This is gonna give great, not only great flavor, but really good color as well. Put it in there. I'm using about 3/4 of a stick of butter. You're not gonna hurt my feelings if you use more, but I'd probably be a little upset if you use less, okay? Now let's just get this butter. This doesn't have to be perfect. It's gonna melt. Make these vegetables taste delicious as well. I'm gonna try to tuck my wings under, keep them from, burning. Now, what else have I got going on here? Well, I'm gonna do maybe some lemon, because, oh my gosh, how delicious is that? And this one that we squirted, let's just get this on as aromatic, right? Gonna upset me. And here, I'm gonna top all of this with just a little bit of paprika. I'm thinking color here, as well as a little smoky smoke. Brilliant. And for my fresh herbs, I've got a little bit of thyme here. This doesn't have to be perfect. We've got, what is that? Here's some parsley, right? And some rosemary. Fortunately, I don't have any sage, but I'm gonna have to live with that, okay? Now, into your 425-degree oven for about, I don't know, we're gonna check it in about 40 minutes. Okay kids, there you have it. We've got a spatchcock roasted chicken with veg. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please click like, subscribe, come along for the ride, and we're gonna see you next time.